Okay, now let's learn about encoding the password. So first let's see how to encode a password. Encode a password as well as a decode a password. We are going to see some methods. After that, we will use it in our website. So this is basic Java program, and this one is we are going to add it inside the WebDriver concept. Okay, so first we are learning the method alone. So first thing is we have given a variable name called str, and inside the str I have stored my password. I have just given the password value is tested123. Just a simple, any password can be given. You want to encode it, whatever password you want to encode, you're going to give it here. Encrypted password needs to be given here. We are going to encode the data. This is called base64. Base64 is an encoder method or class. We can say that encoder class is base64 class. That is like converting into a 64-bit concept. It is like a system method, OS concept. Okay, how it happens, how the password is encrypting, and we are going to say that base64 dot encode base64. This is a method class name, and this is a method name, and you are going to get the output in bytes. Okay, now only they have a kilobytes, megabytes, GB and all, gigabytes and all. Previously, every data that will be stored in bytes concept only. So they are using the same old concept, which we are going to store everything in a data type called byte data type, and we have multiple values, so we are storing it in an array concept. And this variable encoded string, we are going to encode the string value, that is tested123, using the method called base64.encode base64 of, and we are going to get it in a byte format, and we are going to store it inside the variable encoded string. Okay, and you can print it. So system.out.println encoded value is, see, normally we used to say that this value, how it should be printed. While printing it out, it should display in a string format, then only we understand. So for that reason, we are saying that new string of encoded string. So your output should be accessible, should be readable by the user. For that reason, we are using this new string concept. Okay, it's like creating a new array. How we create an array, byte of encoded strings equal to a new array of, like that. We are going to get the output in a format of bytes, and after that we are going to show it in a format of string concept to understand, for our understanding. So this is for encoding our password. Decoding our password, we are going to use the simple method called, instead of encode, here we are going to use decode. You can take this program as your password encryptor app. It does the same job as our password encryptor. So whatever value I change here, if I change it to testing at 1, 2, 3 and execute the same program, means the output will also be different. Okay, so here your decrypted encoded value will be different, and decoded value will be your input. So whenever you want to use it in your website, first you can execute it here, then you can use that code inside your website. Okay, so you can do it like that. Otherwise, you can insert this code in your original program, and you can convert it, then get the output, and you can use it inside your website. So as of now, my password is tested123 only. So I'm going to have the password as tested123, and I'm going to get the encoded value here, and I'm going to use it in my original website. This is my original input. I'm going to use this as my password in my program. That is original WebDriver program. I'm going to use this as my password for logging inside an application. Okay, so this is my encoded value. Okay, now let's use it in our website. So we are going to open an browser. We are going to open an URL called demo.nopcorners.com, And in that, I'm going to click the login button. So my original website is, so this is my original website, and I'm going to click on this login button. So for that, I'm going to identify this element. So here I don't have an ID, so I'm going to get the XPath of that element. See, or you can use link text also, as this is a link. See, login is a link, so you can either use a link text or you can get the XPath. Both are okay. So link text of login. So dot click. So once it clicks, where it will go is, it will click on that login, and it will ask for the username and password. So I'm going to give my username. I have already registered in this website. Just a demo website. You can give any email address. It is accepting. Okay, if you want to use different email address, first before executing this program, try registering this website with some other invalid email address also okay. Any email, dummy email address. You can just give a dummy email address and try to register in this website. Just go to register. Before executing this website, if you want to register, you can just register, give some dummy details, any detail you want. You can just give any email address. It is not like you need to have a valid email address or something. Just give aa@gmail.com or xs@gmail.com, whatever is, you can give that just the email address and some password, and you can register. Okay, you have that username and password for logging inside using for executing this website. I have registered using ss@gmail.com, and I have given the password as tested123. This is my password. So what I'm going to do is driver.findElement by.id. What is by.id means? That is, if I click on login button, I'll be getting the email address box. The box name is ID equal to email. See, ID is equal to email. Okay, and the password box name is ID is equal to password. So that's what I have given here. But inside the send keys for email address, I have given ss@gmail.com. For password, I'm going to say that send keys of decode string of that password. Okay, it needs to decode the string, then only it will accept. But here, user will not be able to understand what this password is. So I'm going to use this password, and I'm going to use the method called decode string. So decode string of this particular password. It will automatically, during the execution, it will change it to the original password test.test@123. And when I click on the submit button, it will execute and it will enter. Okay, so what is this decode string? What is this for? It will go to this method. Okay, what is this method? See, this concept. I have written the inside the same program, static string decode string of string password is my argument, and inside this I have written this code. I want to decode the string. So I have written this method, decode string, and base64.decode base64 of password. So what is meant by password? I'm going to give the password value here. That is the parameter here. So what it will do, it will convert, do every action, and it is going to return it in a string format. And which value it is going to return it? This is the parameter it is going to convert it. So this is our method. This is normal Java method. So every action it will do inside this, and it will execute this part place. You understand? Yeah. So this is a separate method. So this is original complete Java program, and this is Selenium plus Java. So till this we have used Selenium code, And for encrypting the password alone, we are using a method which is taken from Java, and this is also Java code. So what it will do is, it will open the website and it will click on login button, and it should enter the email address and the password, and it will click on submit button. If both the value are correct, it will log into the website, log in inside the website. But coding is correct only. It was working fine. It automatically types the email address. It's a normal program, right? So only the thing we are going to change here is only the password. We are going to encrypt using a method, decode string of this method name. I have mentioned it here, and you're going to pass the argument and password as our parameter. That is the only difference. Other than that, our normal WebDriver code, we are going to find the element. We are going to find using locator email and password, and we are going to type it and decode the value.